Okay, let's slide it up the ladder.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Wow. All right. Hold on. Keep going. You got like we need to manufacture like a rope. You can put it on there and then you can go like this and pull it up. That I'm on right now.
Can you just hold this?
You got it. Good. Ay, ay, ay. Ay!
Cow, man.
It was a brilliant idea, Rob. Kudos to you. You're hired.
Wow, man.
Rob the RV guy.
Jeez.
I'm going to be honest and say I didn't think it was going to work.
So today, in the sweltering heat of Texas, we are going to actually take on the project of taking out the Dometic Penguin 13,500 BTU air conditioner, and we're going to replace it with the Rec Pro Houghton RV air conditioning unit. Primarily because, and we weren't going to do this, the Dometic Penguin is so loud when it's running that it kind of simulates being in the cabin of an aircraft near the back where the bathroom's at by the jets while you're flying in an airplane. Joelle we were going to just deal with it because we're only here in the sweltering heat of Texas for another 4 weeks, and the unit cools beautifully. The Dometic Penguin unit, it is a magnificent air conditioner. It's just so loud.
That's annoying.
And Joelle was mentioning that, you know, for $950 or $1,000, we can get an air conditioner that's going to be quieter. It would be worth it. It's not as if this is the only time that we're going to need air conditioning. And I think that's where my mind was at, is this is the only time we're going to need air conditioning and we won't need it ever again. And I think that that's a flawed idea. So today we're actually going to swap this out with the Rec Pro. And I just thought it would be fun to take you along for a ride to do that. I'm not an air conditioning tech or anything, but we're going to do this project. So
you are Rob
the RV guy. Yeah. All right, so let's do the install.
All right.
The reason that I went with the Rec Pro, after doing some research, we had a Truma on the former rig. They're about 3 times the price of this Rec Pro. The Houghton has a reputation for being extremely quiet. I thought that would be the direction that we would go. That's why we're going to do this today. Half of the weight in this thing is the box. Holy Moses.
I just said
this box is so heavy. We're going to use the box later to slide the Dometic down because somebody bought the Dometic from us. So, it's a heck of a gasket. Okay. So now we're going to go in and disconnect the Dometic and pull that out. All right, so we're going to take this cover off first, and then we're going to cut the power to this, but we're leaving this on for as long as possible, and I'm sure you can hear how noisy it is. We're leaving this on for as long as possible until we get to the place where we're going to cut the power to put the new rig on, or the new unit on. This is boy, is that ever lighter. Holy Moses. All right, so we got the top set into place so far. We got it lined up with the gasket. It came pre-installed. The gasket came pre-installed. So now we are installing a non-ducted unit. So there are instructions specific to that. We're just going to take all this stuff out and take a look and see what we're doing. All right, this is the duct. This goes on the inside. Pretty tight fit in this square, but it's gonna work. The air filter's back. Okay, so this is a moment of truth. We'll go ahead and flip the circuit breaker here and see if it trips. Negative. I heard a beep. Should we try it? Success. Actually turned out okay. That's markedly quieter than the other one.
Yes. Yes, it doesn't sound so much like a freight train.
Still loud, but that's also on high.
Yeah.
So we can turn it on.
That's much quieter.
That's the low. That's so much quieter.
Yeah, I think they're all just meant to be a little loud because of the smaller space.
We'll leave it on high for now. You want to put the thermometer right here?
Yeah, that seems good.
Does that seem like a good spot?
All right.
Well, that's going to do it for this week's episode of Bigfoot Friday, the install of the Houghton from Rec Pro 13,500 BTU air conditioner on our Bigfoot 25RQ. A couple of closing thoughts on this. The installation was simple on the Bigfoot. The space is perfect. This is meant to go over a 14 by 14 or 14 and a quarter by 14 and a quarter square opening where your standard vent fans would go. The instructions from Rec Pro were spot on. All of the hardware was there. The unit was packaged. I think it's perhaps the best piece of mechanical equipment packaging I've ever seen in my life, so I was impressed by that. It is significantly quieter, still noisy, but it is significantly quieter, and it moves a lot more air than the Dometic Penguin did. So very pleased with this purchase. I would recommend it highly. I'm going to put a link in the description below for the unit that we bought. We bought the one that doesn't have a heat pump on it because we don't really need that. But I feel it was a worthy investment. Let me mention something real quick. I had initially purchased a soft start by Magic Air or whatever it is. I'm not sure. But the instructions were lacking. I was very unimpressed with the overall packaging and instructions from that. And the more that I thought about it, the only time that we're going to be using air conditioning is going to be when we're on shore power. We never use the air conditioning out in the wilderness or out in the wild. If it gets so hot that we need to have air conditioning, we actually will just go into a park and hook up. So this is on a 20 amp circuit. The draw was very minimal as far as the compressor startup. So for our instances, or at least for our cases, we're not putting a soft start on it. I don't feel it's necessary because we're not using the air conditioning off grid. We're not going to be using the air conditioning with our solar either. So really an unnecessary expense. And quite frankly, as I reviewed some of the wiring diagrams that I could find on how to do it, it was rather complex and just something I wasn't really ready to try to tackle and run the risk of ruining the unit. So Rec Pro does sell them out of the factory with the factory installed soft start for the same price in essence as what you're going to pay for the soft start if you buy it yourself, maybe $100 more. So my recommendation is if you're going to get the Houghton from Rec Pro, that if you want the soft start, spend the extra money, have them put it on at the factory. That way you know it's done right and you don't have to mess around with it later on if that's something that you really feel compelled to purchase. I want to say thanks to my wife. She's here today helping me with the camera, helping me with pushing the air conditioner up the ladder with our toe straps and our recovery gear. Overall, not a bad process. Thank you to my neighbor Teresa, who she let us use the
giant ladder.
Yeah, what is that?
It says little giant.
Little giant ladder. I might have to get one of those when I'm doing solar because boy, that thing is amazing. So I hope you found this video helpful. We'd love it if you would subscribe and click the like button and make sure you hit that bell notification so you know when the next videos release. Till next time, see ya. Rob out.
Bye. Kind of like what Watson is, a little giant.
Listen to how much quieter it is
is
when the compressor kicks off.
It is quieter. Oh yeah, wow. Where's my boy Watch? Hi Washy, what's you doing?